What is going on, y'all? It is the Caveman back at it again with another video, and boy, oh freaking boy, are you guys ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. I'm ready. I am sure as hell ready. I feel like last week I felt like I couldn't have been more ready. Now my excitement level is even higher. Now I'm even more ready. Like week to week, I'm becoming more ready and more excited for a football game than I never thought I could be more excited for. Like this is crazy. I cannot wait for this football game. Like my excitement levels are through the roof. Unless you live under a rock, the Buffalo Bills play against the Kansas City Chiefs at 6:40 p.m. on Sunday. This is the biggest game of the year. I've been saying that week after week, but this is officially the biggest game of the year. And after we win, next week, or 2 weeks from now, whatever it will be the biggest game of the year. So I'm not just going to sit here as, a Bills fan may, and just sit here and tell you why the Bills are going to win and be completely biased about it. I genuinely have a bunch of facts and a bunch of different points that I want to, bring to light that will prove my argument as to why I believe the Buffalo Bills will defeat the Kansas City Chiefs. So hear me out. I'm not just going to be a crazy-ass Bills fan that thinks the Bills are going to win no matter what, even though I kind of think that. But actually, seriously, I do have a lot of points that I want to bring to light that I really think push the argument that the Bills are going to win this weekend. But before I hop into those points, before I break it down, I just want to say I've been seeing the Chiefs fans on Twitter. They're a little bit spicy. They think they have this game in the bag. They're overlooking the Bills. They're thinking the Bills aren't going to be anything. They're thinking they're going to have the second Super Bowl in the bag. These dudes are clueless. I want them to take a quick mirror check. If they look in the mirror and they realize that they have not been the same team that they were last season, then I think they'd be a little shit in their pants right now. So that leads me into my first point. And a lot of what I've been seeing on Twitter is, oh, what happened in week 6? Week 6. Oh, week 6. We beat you guys week 6. Week 6. Week 6. Oh my God, I get it. Anything that happened prior to week 12 or 13 for the Buffalo Bills doesn't count. It counts, but it doesn't count. Because Josh Allen, the defense, the offense, the Buffalo Bills as a whole have not been the same team from the first half of the season to the second half of the season. It's just not. This team has been completely different. It's completely evolved. Everything will be different from week 6. There are so many different things in week 6 that happened that are not going to happen this Sunday. It's just, week 6... I'm sorry, but games that happened 3 months ago, things change. Teams get better. Players get worse. Players get better. Things happen. Just because you guys beat us once doesn't mean you're a lock to beat us again. A lot of people have that simple-minded thinking, that one-dimensional thought process, and it's kind of annoying. How dumb are you? So mentioning week 6 over and over is the reason why you're going to beat us this Sunday in the AFC Championship game. That's no ordinary, regular season game. That's not a valid argument. I hate to break it to you. Let's talk about this week 6 game. The Chiefs defeated the Buffalo Bills 26-17. They ran for well over 200 yards on the ground, and this is the game that I felt like really gained the reputation for the Bills defense as not being able to stop the run. Yes, you would be a little stupid to sit here and say the run defense is not our biggest weakness. It obviously is. Our secondary is out of this world. The run defense is obviously the weakness that doesn't make it bad. In that game, there were multiple reasons as to why we allowed over 200 yards rushing. Well, for one, we did not want Patrick Mahomes chucking the ball over us. We did not want that. That was just not what we wanted. We did not want to go in there and get beat by Patrick Mahomes' arm. So we came out in formations, packages on defense that would allow him to not be able to throw the ball as well and pretty much dared the Chiefs to run the ball. We were like, show us you can run the ball. They showed us they can run the ball because the Chiefs are the reigning Super Bowl champions. They're a good team. But the other reason we went out and did that is because we suffered a ton of injuries. We were not healthy. The Buffalo Bills were not a healthy football team. On the defensive side of the ball, we were without Harrison Phillips, Levi Wallace, Matt Milano. Trey Edmonds was fighting a shoulder injury, as well as Trey White was limited the entire week. We were not a healthy squad by any stretch of the imagination. We were an injured team. We were not healthy. We were, sick. We should have been at the doctor's office the entire week. We were not healthy. Fun fact, I'm sure if you're a Bills fan, you've been seeing it on Twitter. I've been seeing it on Twitter because I'm a Bills fan, but if you're a Chiefs fan, I wouldn't expect you to see this. And you're probably like, who's Matt Milano? Well, Matt Milano's a guy that we have been undefeated with when he's in our lineup. We are 12-0. The Buffalo Bills are 12-0 on the season when Matt Milano's in the lineup, and 3-3 when he's not. Matt Milano was not in the lineup when we played against the Chiefs in week 6. He's going to be in the lineup this weekend against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. Matt Milano he's a threat. Matt Milano is the key to our defense. He's the unsung hero of this team. I think he's the unsung hero of the league on any team. I don't think the guy is this underappreciated. I mean, granted, his name is coming to the limelight a little more as the season's progressed and as people are realizing how important he is, but he definitely does not get the recognition he definitely deserves. On top of that, Trey Edmonds, he had a rough start to the season. He really did with that shoulder injury and everything, but now he's really taken a step. He's taken angles better. He's been hitting gaps a lot better. He's been tackling a lot better. He's just been a much better, more complete player. Our linebackers have been much better. Harrison Phillips will be back to put into that D-line rotation. They will not be able to run the ball all over us like they did last time, and they will not be able to pass all over us either because, a lot of reasons. Pat Mahomes not being healthy is the biggest one. Let's talk about the Bills' offense in that game. It definitely didn't look good, but there were a lot of factors that played into that. We are a throw-first team and pretty much a throw-always team, and people that are saying we need a run game, we need to establish a run game, shut up. Shut up. The way we've been running the ball has been sufficient enough to be able to throw the way we've been all season. Shut up about the run game. I don't want to hear the run game. I get it. We're going to need to be able to run, every, eighth play, but we don't need to establish a run game. We don't need 20 plus carries with our running backs. We really don't. That's not our strength. So if we're going to go into this game, or even, the Super Bowl, if we were to win this game, and all of a sudden we're coming out in single back, we're coming out under center, handing the ball off 20 plus times to our running backs, I will be fucking pissed. We did not get to this game. We did not get to this point doing that. We did not get to this point running the ball. So I don't want to hear the run game. I just got to get that out of the way. I don't want to hear anything about the run game. I know run game is needed for the Buffalo Bills, and we have proved that time and time again. But anyway, Josh Allen was injured that game. It was windy, rainy. Josh Allen couldn't throw as well, but he was on that shoulder injury that people don't want to admit, but was definitely hindering him throughout the mid part of the season after that Raiders game when Arden Key took a headshot at him and he drove his shoulder on the ground. Allen was dealing with that, and he played with that against the Chiefs, so it definitely affected him in that game as well. Also, we're without one of our best linemen in John Feliciano. That guy's been a stud for us. He's been absolutely solid. He came back off the IR halfway through the season. He was not in for that game, so he's also another humongous boost for the Buffalo Bills team. My point is, week 6, this will not be the same game. A lot of things are going to be different. And speaking of injuries, like I just mentioned, the Bills are going to be healthy. The Chiefs are not. The Chiefs, I believe, are getting CEH, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, back for this matchup, which was the guy that gashed us on the ground in week 6. That is definitely good for them, but on the flip side, Patrick Mahomes is probably going to be at most 65%. I don't foresee this guy being nearly as healthy as he's been, even with the toe injury. As far as the head goes, even if his head's okay, which I really hope to God it is, his foot was screwed up. He got some, big toe, turf toe. That dude stepped on a Lego or something, halfway through the game. And he was not the same until he, was knocked out with the head injury. So, also regarding the Chiefs, they have not been the same. Like I said earlier in the video, they have not been the same team that they were last year. Over the last 8 wins that the Chiefs had, they have not won by more than 6 points in their last 8 wins. Not a single game in their last 8 wins has been by more than 6 points. That's, for a Chiefs team that's so high-powered, so scary. That's not scary against the Atlanta Falcons. Scary, yeah. They beat them by 3 points. I get it. I was just saying I don't like to refer to the regular season, but that's constant. The Bills took a very large leap around, after the bye week for the Buffalo Bills. That was when we took our large leap. But the Chiefs had consistently been playing from week 1 to, now, not very great football by Chiefs standards. They've been playing absolutely outstanding football. They're the best, one of the best teams in the league. But by the Chiefs standards, by what the standards were last year, it is nowhere close. Another funny thing that I feel like analysts are taking as a good thing for the Chiefs, and that was the fact that the Chiefs went up early against, I mentioned this in the video yesterday that I made, and the Chiefs were, they went up against the Browns 13-6 early on. The next 4 drives for the Chiefs, actually for the rest of the game, they did not score another touchdown the entire game. They scored those first 2, and then for the next 4 drives Mahomes was playing, they did not score a single touchdown. They were held to field goals each and every time. And even, granted, the fourth drive that I'm talking about, that was the drive that Mahomes got hurt halfway through on. But nevertheless, those 3 drives after that second touchdown, they were not able to punch in for 7. There were multiple drives where the Chiefs could have put the Browns away for good, even after that touchback, and they just never were able to. The Chiefs were not able to punch the ball in for 7. If you're not able to punch the ball in for 7 against the Cleveland Browns' awful secondary, let me tell you, you're not punching the ball in for 7 points against the Buffalo Bills' red zone defense, which is probably top in the league at this point. Definitely best in the league at this point, best in the playoffs. The red zone defense for the Buffalo Bills is absolutely unbelievable, absolutely outstanding. So if you can't punch in 7 points on 4 straight drives against the Cleveland Browns secondary, I don't think you're punching in 7 points multiple times against the Bills defense in the red zone either. So that's a little suspect if I'm a Chiefs fan. I don't consider kicking 4 straight field goals a good thing, especially when Harrison Butker, Mr. All-Star kicker, best leg in the league, is not very reliable. As long as the weather isn't 45-mile-per-hour winds, scoring 3 points every drive, or maybe putting up 7 points here and then 7 points in the third quarter, and kicking field goals against the Buffalo Bills consecutively, you're going to lose. You are playing with fire against the Buffalo Bills when you only kick field goals. You are asking to lose. You need to get the Bills, in my opinion, are the high-powered offense in this game, the more high-powered offense. If you're going to kick field goals consecutively against the Buffalo Bills, you're going to feel the wrath, and you're going to be put down fast if you're only going to kick field goals. I'm telling you, you cannot kick field goals and expect to win a game against this Buffalo Bills offense. And of course, I mentioned it earlier in the video as well, we're underdogs. This graphic is perfect example right here. Underdogs. 2 guys picked the Bills to win. Two guys out of, I don't remember how many out of, it'll be up on screen, but only 2 guys picked. And if Mark Sessler, if your prediction comes true, which is 59-56, Bills win a double OT, not only will I be dead, not only will my heart stop, not only will you kill half of Buffalo, but that will go down as the greatest AFC championship game in the NFL history. No doubt in my mind would that be the greatest NFL game in history. Like, that would be unbelievable. But anyway, you know, underdog mentality, we're the best at it. We are the best when we are the underdog. This is not any different. This case is not any different. The Buffalo Bills are the underdog, per usual, it feels like. But we are going to go in, kick ass on Sunday. The stars are aligning for us. This is our freaking year. If it's not this year, then maybe it's next year. But if it's not this year, I don't know when it's going to be. I think this year is the year. The stars have aligned for us. It is our time to redeem ourselves. So my prediction for the game is the Bills win 28-19. I'm very bad at score predictions. I usually can predict the winner of a game, but I am awful, absolutely awful at score predictions. At the end of the day, as long as the Bills win, we can give up 56 points and win 59-56 in double overtime. I'll still be happy, even though I'll be dead. I'll still be happy about it. As long as we come out with the win, it doesn't matter how. That'll probably wrap up the video. I just want to say thank you so much for my support on my last video, my video yesterday. I put a lot of time and effort into that. I got a lot of help from my family members, and it was awesome to do. It was very fun to do. It took a lot of effort, but I'm glad that it did not go unnoticed. You guys showed extreme love on that video, and it means the world to me. But if you like the video, like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff, hit the bell to get notified when I post my video. But nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all later in the next one. Peace.